Hello and welcome everybody to Join Dota League season number 3. It's gonna be a 2-game series versus mYinsanity and Sqreen Squad, the Russian edition. I'm not too sure if there's a non-Russian edition as well, but whatever the case, it's gonna be this 2-game series. At the moment, Sqreen Squad, they are 4-2 in this division, season 3, whereas mYinsanity are 2-2, so if mYinsanity win, it's gonna be even between those two teams at the very least. But we are in the draft now, and Sqreen Squad, I'm not too sure if somebody's disconnected from them or what's the case, but the first ban already is taking quite some time to come out. Usually the first bans just happen so damn fast. I mean, Faceless Void, Razor, Brewmaster, maybe even Tidehunter. Heroes as such, Doombringer of course, Lycan, usually immediately banned out. Is there anything in the chat? Yes, Sqreen actually has disconnected. So we don't know what's going on actually. So I have no idea if it's gonna come back or if they have enough time to pick anyway. Admin, trying to figure something out as well. Okay guys, I'm gonna put on this overlay so you can see the chat as well. Okay, he's reconnected. So the bans have started. Of course, a little bit sad that he lost some valuable time as it is at the moment. But maybe they can make do without just using too much of the reserve time afterwards. So first ban was the Razor, countered by a, not countered, but man, I don't even know what's the right word for it, but they strike back with a Tinker ban themselves. And Sqreen Squad now. Lycan, I think, would make sense as far as the ban goes, unless they want to go for a Radiant side Lycan themselves. But nope, they ban out the Faceless Void, so mYinsanity, or are they willing to take a chance at the moment to go for that Lycan? Or rather to leave the Lycan open in the pool, have to face the Lycan, plus of course Sqreen, they could pick up something like a Lycan, see what mYinsanity goes for, then pick up Death Prophet or Shadow Shaman as the secondary pick, unless mYinsanity goes for those two heroes. But even then, Sqreen Squad, they could go for like Lycan Tidehunter still quite easily, Lycan Chikiro. Although Chikiro can pick up later on along the way as well. Lycan Nature's Prophet could be a starting pick. So mYinsanity now, they're the ones using the reserve time, but don't think anybody's disconnected from them. They're just having a hard time trying to figure out their secondary ban. So 1 minute, 27 seconds left on the reserve time. It's ticking down second by second. And of course, just having like 1 minute of reserve time should, or at least usually, is plenty of time for the rest of the draft as well. So hopefully for them it's gonna be no biggie at all. Unless they just let it tick down to extreme length. Maybe they're trying to play fair. It's like Sqreen Squad, they only have 59 seconds left. We might as well use our own time like that. Of course, I'm not too sure if that's a proper reasoning at all, but it's just such a hard position for them to be in. I mean, do they ban out Lycan? Do they ban out Doombringer? How? Where? What? They ban out the Tidehunter instead. So Sqreen Squad, it's up to them. I mean, if they don't go for Lycan, oh, they go for the Doombringer now, mYinsanity. I think it's too good to be true. Can or will they pass out on a dire Lycan? I think yesterday Navi versus Virtus Pro, it happened actually. Maybe not even in only one game, but two. But no, it's going to be a Lycan. Indeed. And Shadow Shaman or Death Prophet, or maybe Nature's Prophet, any kind of push, or they don't have to. They could still go for like a Skyriff Mage if they really wanted to. Brewmaster is also still available, but nope. Death Prophet, Lycan, mYinsanity, Sqreen Squad. Are they gonna be able to stop this? Man, if I was them, I'd be just peeing my pants right about now. It's like, how does one compete? Like, you don't? It's gonna be hard, to say the least. That's all I can say about this at the moment. But we'll see. Skyriff Mage was the secondary pick for Sqreen Squad, so they have double silence. I mean, one coming out from the Doombringer's ultimate, the Doom, of course. The secondary one being the Ancient Seal of the Skyriff Mage. But will it be enough to just stop the Lycan? You have to get those silences off before he activates his shapeshifts for them to be of any use. And even if Death Prophet gets silenced or doomed, if he has his exorcism activated before, he probably won't care as much, especially from the Ancient Seal. I mean, Death Prophets build Yule's Scepter so often So Ancient Seal can completely get negated by that. But if Sky of Mage, if he's not too trigger happy with his Mystic Flare, let's say he activates Ancient Seal on Death Prophet uses Scepters to get out of it, but Sky of Mage suddenly sets down a Mystic Flare to wait for the Death Prophet. Of course, even so, without the any stuns to follow up, Death Prophet should be able to just run out from it. But Brewmaster was the second, well not secondary, the first ban in the second phase by mYinsanity, Viper, taken out by Sqreen Squad themselves. And to be honest, I mean, having a Viper for mYinsanity definitely could have been good, just a hero to guaranteed build a mech for them. In theory, yes, the Death Prophet can also go for it, but just not the most casual of ones. But Sqreen Squad, they did ban out a Shadow Shaman now. Just taking out some more push, taking out solid supports. mYinsanity though, they can still go for Venomancer, maybe even Witch Doctor wouldn't be too bad. Jakiro, of course, always up there with the Liquid Fire. As well as just giving them faster Roshan potential, to be honest. But we'll see. Enigma was the ban for mYinsanity themselves, so obviously they don't want to go as greedy. I mean, Nature Prophet is the possibility for them at the moment. A hero who, in theory, could also build mech if need be. But Enigma could have fit their lineup so well, they just didn't want to go as greedy, and actually they take a Treant Protector now, so they just want to be able to tank up. And with the Treant Living Armor, there's a chance that people can even survive the Doom or the Sky of Mage Mystic Flare combination. So I am not too opposed to the Pan Sqreen Squad themselves. Picking up an Earthshaker, it only makes sense. It's a really potent roaming duo with the Sky of Mage. Decent enough setup for the Mystic Flare, not the best, but decent enough, like I said. But not only that, Earthshaker is excellent against pushing, having the long range stun, the Fissure, as well as just Echo Slam. It does more damage the more units there are. So mYinsanity, if they summon enough units, they might be in so much trouble. But mYinsanity, they pick up an IO, so their support duo is known to us now. Treant, IO, a little bit out of the ordinary, something I wasn't really expecting. I was definitely expecting mYinsanity to go just full on death push. But what's their third hero gonna be now? What's the IO partner? I mean, yes, they can partner it up with Lycan or Death Prophet, like literally whatever they want, but is it gonna be Gyrocopter, Phantom Assassin, Troll Warlord? Troll would be decent enough in just providing additional push. Actually, it would be really good for that. Pop his ultimate, and suddenly just there's a howl from Lycan coming out as well. Everybody has 180 attack speed extra when the Troll Warlord ultimate is level 3. So I wouldn't mind it too much. I doubt we'll see it, but it's something I could see happening. Now, Ember Spirit is the pick for Sqreen Squad, and Troll actually is pretty good against Ember as well, in theory. Just because Ember Spirit's biggest weakness is really just physical damage. Or just being able to, or not being able to tank it up. But we're in the last bans now. Both teams have 2 cores as well as 2 supports. Ember Spirit most likely will be mid lane, but of course can be played safe lane as well if need be. So we'll see how they want to lane this. Of course it will depend heavily on how mYinsanity will lane it themselves, what heroes they're going to pick up. At the moment they did ban out the Weaver, and of course they don't have any stuns, like literally. They don't have any stuns at all to deal with it. And for the Ember as well, all they will have is the Death Prophet Silence, so that's definitely a huge minus for them. And Ember Spirit, of course, just having the Flame Guard, I think it was a pretty nice pick overall. Being able to chase down IO if need be. Just the Tether definitely won't be faster than Fire Remnants. As well as there are no stuns from mYinsanity. How are they going to lock down the Ember Spirit? I mean, it's like I already mentioned, the silence will be there, but it's not as scary at all. But Luna was the ban from Sqreen Squad. Of course, Luna would have been decent enough, just being able to chase people down, getting even more attack speed for more Moonglaves to bounce around, as well as extra pushing power, Lunar Blessing, just giving damage to everybody, Lunar Blessing plus Howl, even more damage. But mYinsanity, they need themselves an offlaner, unless, well still, yeah, I think they need an offlaner. Tidehunter is banned, Centaur Warrunner is available if that's the hero they would like to go for. Nature Prophet, I still think is just as good a pick as any would. And with the Nature Prophet, they would have so much global presence. They wouldn't have the best heroes to synergize with it, but nope, they go for a Mirana instead. So, man, mYinsanity, they started with Death Prophet Lycan, but I didn't see Treant Protector, IO, as well as in Mirana coming out after that. I mean, not in a million years almost, I would want to say, but that's the case. So, Sqreen Squad, how do they respond to this? What's their last pick gonna be? Man, game is hard, life is hard. What do they go for? As far as safe lanes are concerned, something like a Gyrocopter would still be available for them as well. Ancient Seal into Rocket Barrage, potentially a lot of damage. Flak Cannon is decent in just AoE as well as creep clear, just pushing out lanes or counter pushing, even popping down the cooldown if need be. Yep, a Gyrocopter it is, so spot on. It's decent enough against IO, I think. IO usually or somebody wants to come up close, and Rocket Barrage also deals fairly well with that Treant Protector Living Armor. If you're actually close to a target and activate the Rocket Barrage, Living Armor or not, that hero is just taking so much punishment. Yes, he may not die completely, depending on what hero it's gonna be, but it's a good pick, I think. I really like the Gyrocopter to finish up the draft from Sqreen Squad. And of course, getting them some excellent additional late game power here. So we'll see how anybody wants to lane this. If we're gonna see some dual lanes coming out from mYinsanity, for example, or just the traditional lanes, or traditional aggressive tri-lane, I guess, from mYinsanity. I mean, I definitely wouldn't like to see like an off-lane, but to introduce the lineups to you guys, for Sqreen Squad, on the Radiant side, ZXC will be playing the Ember Spirit, probably gonna head mid lane, leaving Nubik to play the carry Gyrocopter, Sqreen himself on the Earthshaker, leaving Slander to play the Skyroth Mage, as Afterlife will be on the Doombringer. But for mYinsanity, their aggressive tri-lane will consist of Smudge, is Punara on the Mirana, leaving Sky to play the Treant Protector Lebron on the IO, with Celadon on the Death Prophet, and the last one will be Grizine on the Lycan. And I haven't casted mYinsanity for a really long time. It must have been somewhere along Season 2. But Smudge is Punara. I'm not too sure if it meant something like Dragon, something. I mean, I may be completely off and just mixing it up with somebody else, but correct me if I'm wrong, chat. If you have some fanboys, or just anybody who is close to the team, if I'm even remotely correct, I'm gonna be happy about this. If not though, you can bash me. No worries. But Earthshaker, he started with Boots of Speed actually. Usually he's not a support to do so, but it's not bad just being able to maneuver yourself into position for proper fishers a little bit earlier on. I'm not too sure if they are expecting an aggressive tri-lane to come out though. Doom has reconnected as well. Go has been given, and yes, we will get this game underway. Actually, I forgot to introduce Afterlife, man. He's the Doombringer. So sorry, guys. So sorry. But tri-lanes, to match up against tri-lanes, this should or could in theory be great fun. Just epic action from the get-go. And with their lineups, neither team really wants to sit back and farm, but if it's gonna be somebody, it's probably gonna be Sqreen Squad. Just having a Lycan and a Death Prophet. Yes, you might not go for like Death Ball pushes from the 10 minutes onwards, but once there's like level 11 on the Death Prophet, they definitely can go. And Grizine and Afterlife, it's just man fighting it up. Howl comes out as well from Lycan. Man, dirty moves, Lycan, dirty moves. Getting some extra help. But he took pretty much no damage at all, whereas Doombringer, I mean, he doesn't have to eat the tango, but most likely will because of it. Nice. Some nice creep blocking coming out from mYinsanity at the moment. But this Trial versus Trial, mYinsanity, if they get the jump, yes, it might be strong, but they have almost no setup for the arrow. I mean, they have the tether slow as well as just getting the... Oh man, how am I forgetting it? Tether slow and leech seed from the Treant Protector. But is it going to be enough to get an arrow follow-up and Sqreen? If he gets a Fisher to just block off some of the teammates of mYinsanity to come in and help, suddenly Nubik is there with the Rocket Barrage, Slander just spamming out Arcane Bolts, Concussive Shot, Ancient Seal. But Afterlife looks like he's having some connection issues. He gets a DC again. So, if you hear me having a momentary silence, it's almost likely gonna be me drinking water unless I just Don't know, heavy disaster, microphone breaks, or I just fall off the chair, or I don't know even, man, but most likely it's gonna be me drinking water. Actually, Ayo, is he going for a bottle at the moment? He only has 2 tangles. Probably share 2 of those away to the mid laner as well, the Death Prophet. So yeah, 2 shared tangles. They don't show who they're coming from. But I would think that it was the Ayo. I mean, he has 2 tangles, so if he's going for the bottle rush, I'm actually not opposed to it at all. I think it's pretty nice, especially in a tri lane, just getting the double regen, not only for yourself, but also the hero you are tethered to. So I would like to see that actually, and in otherwise, I guess he would have gone for like boots or something, or maybe rushing a Urn of Shadows won't be too horrible either. But I really think it's just bottle. Otherwise, would be looking at either a Sage's Mask or 2 Gauntlets of Strength here or something. Oh, it means Dragon from Wells. Thank you, Sasarankov. Sasarankov. Hell yeah, I was almost correct. Dragon something. Dragon from the Wells. Or from Wells. But Afterlife still disconnected. They haven't really said anything about when he's coming back or if he's coming back at all. I'm just hoping for no huge and massive delays here. It's always just a bad time when you have to fill in the silence when you're solo casting. Of course I was co-casting with HeflaTV before, but the other game went a little bit longer, so couldn't follow up to this game, so I just took up the other channel. And here I am guys. And Afterlife, come back. Don't leave us alone, Afterlife. Be a man, do the right thing, make a comeback. Looking at some last hits early on, it's only 1 minute in, so probably not a huge indicator, but Celadon on the Death Prophet is 4-2 compared to Ember Spirit's 1-0. Of course, earlier on, before Ember Spirit gets his Flame Guard maxed out, or even then, probably Death Prophet is gonna have a better time in the mid lane unless Sqreen Squad go for some rotations. But being in a Trident versus Trident situation, you really can't leave your solo alone unless you either just want him to play extremely safe, maybe, just maybe be an XP range, and that's about all. So we'll see how they want to go for it. And yep, what's up has been asked. Oh, thank God, man, thank God. Internet issues. I guess that's almost a given, but is he coming back? Is he back on? No, don't say DDoS, man. Don't be saying caca, Mirana. Don't be saying caca. Yeah, so everybody's now giving in some information. Of course, if it actually is what they say it is, we might be looking at a potential remake of this game with somebody else standing in for Afterlife, or just having a postpone as in reschedule for this game. Which is definitely not the best case scenario, but I mean, if it is really having like major issues, having a stand-in will never just be the most optimal thing for you to do. I saw once that a player in the Southeast Asian scene, he dropped his shoes on his keyboard just as we loaded into the game and people were going to their lanes. But he dropped his shoes to the keyboard. His keyboard broke. I mean, it somehow worked to some extent, but his keyboard was constantly pressing S, so he couldn't actually play. So we had a remake. They got a stand-in. They got completely dominated and crushed, and they just forfeited game number 2, saying that with a stand-in it's just too hard to fight. So I'm just hoping that's not going to be the case this time around. Even Cetexy, he disconnected, but he's back. Probably wanted to do something, I have no idea, maybe changing some video settings, some advanced settings, which won't actually get into effect unless you restart the entire game. And as far as Victor and Carter not playing, I would have to say so, unless some of these names are their aliases, because at the moment, doesn't look like they have their full 5 roster. Not even close to it, to be honest. And holy crap, is he really getting attacked? Man, this This is extremely lame. But we're just gonna keep on strong until we get a proper call of how or what we're gonna do now. I think we're just probably gonna wait like 5 more minutes. If the issues haven't resolved themselves by that time, maybe the admin is gonna be like, guys, can you get the stand-in or just reschedule if mYinsanity is okay with that decision, of course. Oh, he's reconnecting. He's reconnecting, guys. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, Freddy. Fingers crossed. And I'm not too sure how long the pause actually was, but it didn't feel like all that much, to be honest. A little bit surprising, but it's good to me. It felt to me that I had to fill in less of a silence than usual. Hell yeah. But coming to some lane analysis, Lycan definitely should be able to just handle the lane against the Doombringer, whereas Doombringer himself should be able to get a pretty decent amount of farm. Of course, he has his Stout Shield as well to be able to tank up the wolves as well as some right clicks from the Lycan. But with the Devour, it's almost never... I'm not even too sure where I was trying to go with it, but what my point was going to be is that it's almost impossible to stop a Doombringer from farming because of the Devour, especially if he goes for a Hand of Midas. Okay, so he reconnected and got disconnected immediately. This might be a long game. And as people are saying, LeBron, the IO, he's a well-known DDoSer, and I'm not too sure if they're joking or... I mean, I'm pretty sure they don't actually accuse LeBron himself. They're maybe just joking around even if he is a well-known DDoSer. But if this continues to just keep going, I'm gonna start bashing my head against the wall or table. Table probably, since it's way closer to me than the wall. And by way closer I mean like half a meter maybe, but still closer and more convenient. Wouldn't have to turn my chair or just stand up or anything. Just BAM into the table. BAM. I think this tri lane though, this is where most of the action should go down. I still am not the biggest fan of the Mirana just being here like this with no proper setup for the arrow or anything. Maybe he is just excellent in landing arrows himself with no setup, Chuan style. And he's reconnected again. The third time I do believe he's reconnected. Exclamation marks. Wait a minute, no one pause yet. It's too soon to celebrate. But if he's actually fine, then it's like, celebrate good times, come on! Come on! And go has been given, we are trying. Fingers crossed everybody. Believe in the Dota god, believe in the servers. Even if his internet is fine now, might be a little bit disturbing morally, just getting themselves riled up like, oh, it's not working out. The Fisher actually blocks him, Smash. Does he have a leap? Yes, he skills it up and just leaps away from the rocket barrage of the gyro. But they have to counter Lucky Stars that it was the Mirana getting caught like that and he hadn't skilled up anything before. Otherwise it would have been just such an easy kill. And of course Sky holding on to a point as well, so if it had gotten really heated, would have just skilled up Living Armor, activated it on Smash and might have still been enough, but another disconnect. Afterlife, it's just not working out for him. Yeah, man, Sqreen is like, go reschedule, or he doesn't know. It's just... I mean, definitely mYinsanity won't be too happy about this. Because any team, if you're scheduling, you of course can't double schedule or anything, and for some teams, you only have a certain period of time to play. A lot of teams, they can't just do this 24/7 as a living. They don't have gaming houses and what have you. So, yes. It's not easy to schedule games. A lot of games actually just... Like, for example today, 2 games were like, guys, okay, 1 hour before the game, oh, it's scheduled, can anybody cast it? And I get back from the gym and like, one game started 20 minutes ago and just facepalm yourself. Like literally, you go away for an hour and a half from home and suddenly you have the potential to miss some Joint of the League games. But 13% packet loss, maybe in 45 now. It's just probably completely unplayable if it actually is like that. So I'm not too sure. Admin doesn't look like he has anything to input here at all. I don't know if the admin is even still in the server, for all I know. So I'm just hoping for the best. He gets another disconnect. It's really just going nowhere at all at this pace. I mean, I'm not even too sure how or if we're gonna have any kind of conclusion to this, or a friendly conclusion at the very least. The ping for Afterlife isn't... Yeah, the console lies. The console lies! How to check packet loss? That's a good question, man. I have no idea. I've never had to check it because I've never had a huge issue with that. I mean, I used to have bad internet, but at the time I didn't even stream myself. At least not too much, because the bitrate and the quality would have been so bad. And yeah, mYinsanity, like they point out as well, or both teams rather, they can't wait forever. They have other matches to get to, and that's what I was saying about the scheduling as well. It's just so tight, the times that you can actually play properly in. So your scheduling is usually pretty damn tight. I'm just looking actually at the schedule now if we're not having any other surprise casts today. Doesn't look like it. Most of the games are already over. Maybe it's jDL Europe? Nope, nothing. So this actually should, by all intents and purposes, be the last game today. There's gonna be one game at 2 AM in the morning, but that's jDL America already. So the waiting continues, man. Where's the admin when you need it? Yeah, feel free to forfeit, like he would want to do that. So yeah, Helga, finally admin has awoken. He's just suggesting some servers. And yeah, of course, mYinsanity, they want to play on Austria, because Serbia has epic ping to there. We'll see if they will actually do it, or even consider doing it for that matter. Austria never use server that. No, never, man, never. So yeah, it's internet problems. It's not his connection to the server in the slightest, because his ping and everything is good in the server. So it's just his internet in general. So at least, at the very least, we haven't seen any crazy first bloods or something like that. Any team doesn't have a huge lead before this started happening. So even if we were to reschedule, if by any chance mYinsanity were to accept to it, that would mean that they could start at a rather fresh leaf. Of course, considering that the lanes are known now, if they go for the same draft the second time around, there are still some bonuses for either side. So yes, what are we gonna do now? Good question, good question. Sqreen, they want to reschedule. mYinsanity, they say no. And no. Yeah, they want them to get stand-in, and oh man, this... Okay, alternatives. Remake with a stand-in, or reschedule, like I said as well. Of course, forfeit is one, but... Yeah. Okay, so... Celadon, he offered another alternative. Def win on the first game for mYinsanity, and reschedule the secondary game. Which is definitely nothing, or something that Sqreen Squad doesn't want to do, I would think at least. I mean, they're having a pretty decent enough standing at the moment. And the competition in Division 1 is definitely pretty damn tight. So, you don't want to take any losses at all. At the moment, Power Rangers, they are number 1, being on a score of 7-1. Secondary is Team Coast, 6-2. Kuba Gaming 4-2, Next KC 4-2, Sqreen Squad as well. So, it's really tight. And if you fall behind even a little bit, you might be just gone for good. You have to get a top 4 position for it to actually be worthwhile. Other than that, if you don't get into top 4, you can treat this tournament as a so-called professional training ground. Because just there's a difference between a tournament game and a scrim game. Even if there's not a huge amount of money or something along the on the line there, it's still just maybe people casting you. You're exposed to more people. Some people get a little bit antsy, just a little bit nervous about that potentially. But he's reconnected. They said to try one more time, and if it's not working now, they're gonna just go for one of the alternatives, whichever it may be. But he's reconnected now. I mean, I'm even keeping my toes crossed now. Not only fingers, toes are also crossed. Last try. Okay, whew, on pause. Man, this is so nerve-wracking at the moment. At least I don't have any other games after this coming out. For example, I was casting before and the game was going so long. HeflaTV was like, he's hoping for fast games. Maybe I don't even need to go online on the second channel, but actually his game is still going 37 minutes later after this game's schedule time. What? Yeah, whatever, man, whatever. Just, my tongue is getting twisted with all these pauses. All this talking about random nonsense. But bottom lane, are we gonna see some action, Mirana? If they get the Ancient Seal, which Slander doesn't even have at the moment, has Concussion Shot and Arcane Bolt. So Mirana, he should be just 100% safe on this lane, I think. I mean, yes, he may be just drop down to like half HP or something, but he should be able to survive regardless. He has 1 point into arrow, 1 point into leap, smash that is. Can they set something up at all? I mean, it's definitely not the best aggressive try lane at all, to be honest. I mean, Gem Protector, if he can get in range to right click, yes, it hurts a crap ton, but so far it's just not even anywhere close for that to happen. Looking at the mid lane now, Bottle Crowing, coming up on ZXC, leaving the courier to just defend itself, invisible and picked up by Celadon, so he gets to refresh his bottle. Arcane Balls onto Smash. That's about all the harass they're gonna do at the moment. Slander gets one right click into Sky as well, who more or less shrugs it off. He's a big 3 in Protector, and Skyrock Mage's right clicks, they don't really hurt that much. The Concussion Shot goes out. Will they go with the Fisher Screen? He's trying to get the range. Yes, beautiful block, Sky. Trying to eat his way through, but the Rocket Barrage will be there. Arrow into Slander, but Nubik, he's gonna get the first blood. And Smash, he's gonna take some damage as well now, but not gonna be too much. As another Rocket Barrage to leap, it's not gonna be enough. The positioning coming out from Sqreen. Oh my god, just absolutely perfect. They were baiting out the leap and Charcopter was waiting for it. Mid lane though, oh man, that Crypt Form just barely off target of the Ember Spirit Aura. Not even off target, but it wore off the distance. The range was not enough. But mid lane 21 and 9 compared to 11 and 0, so Death Prophet just absolutely dominating this lane for the time being. So that's always something going in the favor of mYinsanity. Looking at the top lane, 16 and 3 on Grizzin, on the Lycan, compared to Afterlife's 15 and 3. Yes. Oh, I completely forgot to change one thing. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna try to do it if I can. Oh, computer lag much. Bottom lane. I don't want to miss any action at the same time, but I want to change one small thing. File. Open. Man, my computer is so slow at the moment. Too many things open, I think. Okay, ever so slowly, ever so slowly. I am dealing with it. I am changing you. I am not casting with anybody. I completely forgot to change that. And bam. Okay, now it's correct. Now this top side, I am casting solo, not with Grandis V. Was my bad for having that before, but it's fixed now. Bottom lane Sqreen, just gearing himself up. Oh, the Fisher comes out, the Rocket Barrage, the last Arcane Bolt with the Living Armor. Living Armor actually keeps him alive. Man, it was a great setup. They just needed like 1 or 2 ticks of the Rocket Barrage or anything, like 1 right click extra to deal the damage, but Living Armor just coming to the rescue. But Sqreen, they are definitely winning the tri lane so far. Afterlife actually going aggressive and do. Oh, he doesn't have enough mana for his ultimate though. Otherwise the Lycan would have been a gunner for sure. With his shapeshift already on cooldown as well. Afterlife though, even without his ultimate, having 3 points into Scorched Earth, just able to put enough hurt. And usually you want to max out Devour or at least go between Devour and Scorched Earth, but even as 1 point into level def, I mean, maybe to cancel some TPs if it really comes down to that. Is he going for a pull though? Something to just replenish his mana. At the moment has Face Boots. And Ring of Passy to just get any form of mana regen going. And ZXC now. Still struggling heavily so against Celadon's Death Prophet. I mean, 34 and 17 on the Death Prophet compared to 16 and 2 up on the Ember Spirit. 17 and 2 now, but makes little difference. Double damage also there on Death Prophet, so it's gonna get even more accomplished unless Slander is level 3, level 2 into Arcane Bolt still. Hasn't gotten a single point into Ancient Seal. But they even might have enough to be in a Searing Chains with the Flame Guard and the Fire Remnant Burst. But Celadon, is he gonna go stack or is he expecting a hero to be on the high ground? No, he's just gonna go stack instead. Or no, not even stack, just farm it up. I'm not too sure what the idea behind this is, but it's gonna take him quite some time. Activates a double damage rune now, so he's gonna get it with this. And just look at the angle as well. Crypt Swarm farming up 2 camps at the same time. That's a really smart choice, and since they know that, or rather they don't see Scar of Mage anywhere, they were expecting a gank to come his way, so with the double damage, the farming in the jungle is actually fast enough, and the bottle is still full as well. And this peak camp even respawns, so man, Celadon just keeping up the farm. Even though not being on the lane, just getting the farm. The Fisher, no screen. He hesitates a little bit and was a little bit too late. Arrow though, gonna get dodged. Newbig, he's gonna go up his rocket barrage. And he get the turn out. The Fisher is there. Sky is dropping so damn low. The living armor comes out. Leap from Smite, Starstorm. Newbig goes down to the last right click, and now Sky. They're gonna be able to chase down Earthshaker as well, potentially. They have the extra movement speed from the leap. The tether comes through as well, but Sqreen, is he under the tower? Is he safe there? Yes, he is. LeBron and Sky, they're just way too low to take the tower harassment. So finally, mYinsanity, they get one on the board. Now with this, Smudge has himself face boots as well on the Mirana, so the right clicks will hurt just that much more. But it was only a matter of time, to be honest, before mYinsanity made their move like that. Just having the Sky of Mage not be there. If the Sky of Mage had been there, just a whole different matter altogether probably. And my computer is getting some overall lag. I'm just gonna close this one thing. Maybe we will help it, maybe not, just hopefully. Arrow completely off target again. If it had landed and the creeper would have just done some damage on Newbig as well, might have been a huge success. But Invision there on Sky. He is low on health himself, but has Leech Shield level 2 as well as Living Armor. The double pull already came through, and smartly so, Sky of Mage actually doesn't go there himself. Would have been so easy for mYinsanity to just get the kill on him. Oh man, have to update the score as well, but first we might see some action. Newbig, he sees LeBron, going for the right clicks, the slow comes out as well, he tethers away just before the Ancient Seal came out. Still not in the clear though. Oh, the cooldown is there. Newbig already level 6, beautiful Fisher, everybody gets hit. LeBron, man, he went down to the last tick, and now Smudge. Is he gonna be able to escape Sqreen? His stun is still on cooldown. Enchant Totem, I don't think if he can get the race, but ZXC, he's gonna meet up with Smudge. Searing Chains up, right clicks coming through, and man, make it 5-1 for Sqreen squad. That tri-lane wipe. I'm not too sure if this tri-lane can come back to this lane anymore like that. They just gave away way too much like this. Way too much, I tell you. But updating the score now. 0-0. Smoke picked up on Slander as well. He's still level 4, but usually would want level 6. But thanks to them being in a tri-lane like that, not having that just time to rotate around, or rather Sky of Mage rotated but ended up not getting the kill. But looking at this, Celadon on the Death Prophet actually did go for the mech. Is a little bit mana intense, but might be fine as to get the silence, the slow, another cooldown onto Sky. Can he actually escape this? I don't think he can. The second pounce actually doesn't hit, I think, but leap in, they're going aggressive. Slander, he's gonna go down to the double Starstorm, so he's support for support. Celadon comes in as well, they have the Moonlight Shadow, Rocket Barrage, Newbig, he wants to go in deep, but the Moonlight Shadow is gonna be enough, and now some bottle charges share, but ZXC is gonna come in. Do they have detection? ZXC is out of mana as well, Arrow catches him, he's gonna go down most likely, unless he gets the runaway. He has the face boots, he's speedy, but is he gonna be speedy enough? A few more right clicks, the last bottle charge, now Newbig, he's back in as well. They want to go in, Exorcism comes out, but the Rocket Barrage Shadow is taking so much harassment. Can he escape? Slowed down from the concussive shot, one more right click, it's gonna do the job, but he got the last Crypt Swarm off before ZXC Gets the Searing Chains onto 2 Slander, somehow still alive. Arcane Balls to clear off 1 Smudge. The right clicks onto ZXC, 1 more. That's all he needs. And it's actually not going to be enough to Stout Shield. 4 HP remaining Mirana. Leap on cooldown. Arrow for another 3 seconds. Face Boots activated, but Face Boots, they have it on ZXC as well. The last arrow, it's going to be enough to get the kill. And Mirana probably going to make it out thanks to the Living Armor. So 8-5 now. mYinsanity, they're getting way more kills, or they got way more kills from this exchange, I think. It used to be 5-for-1, so it was a 3-for-4 exchange all in all. And Lycan in the meantime just keeps on farming up. Vladimir's offering power trades, having the belt of strength, so most likely Necrobook in the making. Man, this fight was so crazy. The last Crypt Form just making a difference, but Newbie, he went for his solo kill onto Smudge. Leap auto, Tether as well, just some bottle charges, but Sqreen is there. They have the cooldown if they want to go for it. Newbie getting closer to his drums as well. Only needs the robe of the matchup from this side shop here. Slander. Oh, he's level 6 now. He has the Mystic Flare. And I apologize if this game is lagging a bit. If there's another pause, I'm definitely gonna reconnect. But Arrow is actually there just before the Fisher came out. The cooldown is used. It's not gonna clip on anybody's Smudge. Gets the blink out as Afterlife. He went for a Hand of Midas now. 12 minutes in, definitely not the fastest one, but just a Doombringer with a maxed out Devour now. Handy Hand of Midas is going to be able to accrue a farm at such a sick rate. Another Fisher came out, but they didn't have a cooldown. They didn't catch anybody on the right side of it as well. And actually Smudge, he's also going for drums, so the farm on them is almost identical. 200 extra for the Mirana actually than Nubik. Although both have identical amount of deaths. Last hit wise, Mirana is only 2 ahead as well, so. But the Fisher catches Celadon. Slander actually runs into it, gets the slow, but haste is there on Death Prophet. You can't really Mystic Flare even if you had the mana for it, but Moonlight Shadow comes out with the Exorcism. Do they really want to fight? Afterlife is teleport. If he dooms up the Death Prophet now, the Exorcism will still do the damage, and with the Creeper coming in, mYinsanity, they can dive this so easy. I always there with the Tether. The Crypt Form hits on 2 heroes, but nobody wants to go in too deep. Arrow will not hit on anybody. Sqreen still has himself a Fisher as well if they really come in for the dive. Radiant Structures, Fortify comes out. It is in their eye range. And now they want to go in aggressive. They get the stun set. He's there as well. The cooldown gonna come. Hit 2 heroes as well. 2-1 to Mirana. No lead for him. Celadon slowed down. The Overgrowth comes out from Sky, but oh man, the Exorcism. It came back now. He's suddenly full HP. Crypt Form. I think it hit 3 heroes. LeBron gets a Tether to safety, but Rocket Barrage onto Celadon. He turns around with another Crypt Form, hoping for some counter kills, but did not happen. So make it 10-5 now, and Roshan, it's being done by Grisine, but he's gonna get caught. ZXC comes in, Searing Chaser, their Ancient Seal as well. Fisher to follow up, and man, just look at Roshan, it's so low. Buyback from Celadon, buyback from Mirana as well. Is this a mistake from Sqreen Squad to stick around like that? I think it is. Crypt Form hits on 3, Silence to follow after that. They get Roshan, ZXC, if he picks it up, might even get the counter kill onto LeBron. Flame Guard actually expires now, or maybe was taken care of. Oh man, the bottling up. ZXC can't follow up anymore. Does he have remnants anywhere? I don't see them on the map. Maybe he has Arrow. A little bit off timing, but they need the silence. He remnants to the high ground. He has more remnants. He's trying to bottle up Crypt Swarms, though. Can he escape the right clicks? He is to safety, I think. 2 bottle charges. So in the end, once again, I don't even know, man, who came out on head. Out on top. And was the Aegis actually snatched? Yes, it was snatched. So mYinsanity, they got the gold. They got the XP for Roshan. But Ember Spirit just snatched the Aegis. Celadon though finds him. ZXC. Flame Guard activated. Might be able to stay alive. The Wolf is also trying to chase him down. Now the Crypt Form is a little bit too fast. ZXC there. Almost has his own drums as well. But man, this game is all kinds of crazy so far. Just tons of action all around. Triple drums to come out from Sqreen Squad. Afterlife, ZXC as well as Nubik to go for it. But in the meantime, LeBron doesn't even have boost of speed yet. He has the Urn of Shadows. So wants to maximize the heals. ZXC, or not ZXC, Smudge on the Mirana. Doesn't quite have his own drums yet either. Will get the tier 1 tower though. So easy gold. Has his drum gold now with that last hit. They have the relocate as well if they want to use it. Looking at the early graphs, it is 1k in the favor of mYinsanity XP, almost 3000, but Nubik, is he gonna get caught, or are they the ones camping? Yes, Smudge! He's gonna get doomed up, relocate to safety, maybe can they get stunned, anything cooldown is there. But they don't have enough burst damage, and of course Io, he's gonna come back unless he wants to bring somebody with him. But saving the Mirana is definitely worth his own death like that. And yes, Rocket Barrage, Moonlight Shadow is there, but if it had been used a little bit earlier. The slow onto Celadon as well. Slender, actually, once again, just doesn't have enough mana for the Mystic Flare. He needs those Arcane Boots. He has enough gold for them now, but man, just so low on mana so many times. But Setaxi on the run from Greasy. Moonlight Shadow is there as well. He's gonna be able to chase him more. He's in the fire remnants, keeping him alive for the time being. But Shearing Chase, oh, clutchly done by Setaxi. But the Wolf, will they be enough? The Stout Shield, of course, is preventing or blocking some of the damage. So he makes the escape. Has to use all of his remnants for it. But it's worth it not dying. And man, Lycan is just such a powerhouse at the moment. Still doesn't have his Necro level 1 though. Just thanks to the death to the Roche Pit like that. And now look at this mYinsanity. They're going aggressive. Arrow lands on an Ogre Bruiser. So they're farming out the jungle. They got themselves another tower. Tier 1 tower did fall down. They still have Exorcism, or rather will have it in 10 seconds time. As Celadon, he's going for Eul's Scepter next now. Smash. Going top lane, got tethered up but cancelled it almost immediately. Arrow off target. Almost hitting Slender, but close, but no cigar, I guess is the saying. But Nature's Sky onto the Death Prophet. It's gonna wear off soon enough. But does he really want to go aggressive? He has the haste run as well. With the Exorcism might be a threat, but Setaxi, I think he scouted him out. But even if he didn't, man, the tower is still gonna go down. And mYinsanity, looks like they have enough levels. They have the items necessary to go for the push, but Screen Squad, they're trying to go for some in return. Smash is there though. Starstorm through. Celadon has a haste run as well. Gets the silence onto 2 heroes. They're going to go for Afterlife. Who has the Scorch activated? Has the drums as well. Pop the drums, man. Yes, that's exactly what he does. But can he still make it out? I'm a little bit skeptical about that. He even used the Doom on Mirana to do almost nothing at Afterlife. Most likely going to throw away his life here. I just see no way of him escaping this. Yes, Tether Slow is going to be there. And just some right clicks who actually use the War Stomp. He's just buying time or wasting mYinsanity's time. He's going to fall in the end. Oh, LeBron gets the kill. So 13 to 10 now, mYinsanity. I mean, they are a few kills behind, but all in all, I think they are ahead in reality. 3k so even in gold. XP, only a 1500 lead. Of course, Tomebringer's just having the Devour and the Hand of Might as always will just get so much done. But Nubik is only level 9, for example. And mYinsanity, still having the Exorcism. Looks like they maybe want to go mid tier 2. They aren't grouped up fully though, and the Fisher to block off most of the creep wave. Smash though. Arrow Scout? No, not gonna try. Actually, still sent out an arrow. But completely randomly, I mean, just completely misguessing where the Earthshaker was running. But tier 2 now might be under siege. Another Fisher comes up from screen. They get the slow as well. Will he pop his ultimate? The Mystic Flare, nope. Exorcism is there instead from the Death Prophet. And Slander, he's on the run. The Blink arrow will miss once again. But Slander might still get chased down if they want to follow. The Ghosts, they did a pretty nice amount of damage. But in the meantime, Setaxi got the tier 1 on the top lane. But if they lose the tier 2 mid lane, it's not a worthy trade. Another Fisher is there, but the tower just Exorcism taking it down. Another concussive shot. But they just can't fight. They don't have the Blink initiation or just AoE lockdown to deal with it at the moment. But bottom tier 1, Nubik trying to pull it down. Celadon doesn't have his Eul's Scepter yet, so can't really slow down Nubik. But there's the relocate gonna come in. Overgrowth to keep Nubik in place. Should be an easy kill, even though they really don't have the most epic of burst damages. But it's gonna be enough. 3 heroes against 1, just no way. And mYinsanity, they even defend the tower with this. Unfortunately not in the right range, but Earthshaker, and he gets himself a Blink Dagger somehow. 119. I mean, he's played really well. Sqreen, that is. But top lane, Setaxi actually already pressing the tier 2, but since they don't get it down, they have a living armor. So they can heal both the tier 2 top, the tier 1 bottom lane, back up to full HP. I mean, Sky has level 4 living armor, just a filthy spell for those purposes. And it's not like Screen Squad, they have super fast push or anything to deal with the living armor once it's on buildings. Yes, Rocket Barrage deals with it when it's on heroes, but buildings a whole different matter. But a 3-man smoke though. They want to show off the new Blink Dagger on screen. They want to get mYinsanity by surprise, but they're also grouped up as a 3-man unit. Overgrowth to come off cooldown any second now. Can they catch anybody at all? I mean, they ran past the wolf, so Lycan should feel rather safe. He has the shapeshift though, so they need the lockdown, the Mystic Flare. But they're going to the wrong side of it, unfortunately. The smoke is gonna wear off as well, and man, they just can't seem to find the openings at the moment. Whereas mYinsanity, they're like, we don't care what you're doing, we're just pushing if you're not defending. Exorcism level 2 activated. Mirana is there as well with the right clicks. But now, Blink is there on Afterlife, but the Wolves just scouting him out. The Wolves, man, the Invis Wolves are too imba. The Glyph comes out. More TPs to come in. Actually, all of the TPs committed. Will we see an arrow by Smash? Not even attempting it so far. The Fisher is there. The Blink, the Doom up as well. Oh, I think this... Or is he gonna go down? The relocate out by LeBron, maybe. Activates the relocate a little bit too late, but the bottle is keeping him alive. The mech coming up from Celadon. I can't believe he actually survived that. I thought with the relocate not coming out immediately, it's not gonna be enough. But Sqreen, he blinks in, gets the Fisher into Celadon. Exorcism just expired. Blink in as well. Warstorm catches him, but the living armor is there. He's so damn speedy with the use of ZXC. Can he catch up? But from the background, the kill of one, and now the overgrowth catches 3 heroes as well. The cooldown is there, actually just gonna barely catch Grizin. But Ayo, he goes down. Blink out by Afterlife. Can they get the chase? 4 step through. Grizin gets 2 right clicks. Gonna go for ZXC next. Shearing chains are there. He has another remnant thrown up in the air though. Do they have the silence? It's the silence a little bit off target, but will it make a difference? Afterlife? The Maelstrom procs are coming through. They get the leash to slow him down. Drums activated, but is it gonna be enough? One Starstorm. Take the right clicks. The Crypt Swarm. Celadon, he gets the kill. 14 to 14. Searing chains catching 2. But the Blink Echo Slam, is it gonna be enough? Fisher to follow up as well. Enchant out them. Nope. Suicidal mission. The mech came out from Celadon. It already had come off cooldown. There is a backdoor protection now on the tower. Will it be enough if they all focus? Oh, the arrow to ZXC. Yes, he TP'd in silent up as well. Oh, Smudge. That was the arrow they were looking for. Backdoor protection is still there. So they have to wait for the creep wave, but the waiting is not going to be long. And mYinsanity, they are pulling ahead so much. 5k gold already, 5k XP and counting. Maybe even more once the graphs update. But oh, leap arrow just barely off target. The right click still do a pretty considerable amount of damage. If he just had activated the Starstorm, would have been easy kill. I mean, 16 HP, 16 on Slander. Crypt Swarm couldn't reach him either. 22.5 minutes in. Roshan about to respawn in 1 minute. mYinsanity, they could easily go for it if they really wanted to. Necro level 2 is gonna be on Grizin. Make it Necro level 3 in 50 gold. They will scout out Roshan now. Luckily for Sqreen Squad, it's not up quite yet, but will it make a huge difference even if it is? And man, that's just IO saving the Mirana like that. Just being able to get a free pass, get out of jail free card, even if you are doomed up. Excellent, excellent stuff. They know what they have to do. Just close this. Potentially close this, and this. And this. Okay, maybe it goes a little bit better now. But just maybe. Oh, the Doom goes out. Actually, can they still get the kill? Living armor up on Milan. I'm not too sure if it's gonna be enough, or is it? There's LeBron coming in. 2 men's mech through. And just look at the burst heal. Tether and mech. I almost missed the kill thanks to just dealing with other matters. Smash wanted to go in so aggressive. Arrow. Not gonna be in target screen. Of course, had the blink dagger to escape, but mid lane. Can they get the tier 1? I highly doubt it. LeBron is there. They're gonna have more coming in. Oh, Exorcism from the Death Prophet. He gets silenced up, but Slander just completely melted. ZXC, he should be able to escape, but he still doesn't have his battle fury. Does he have anything on the quitter? Nope. This Ember Spirit is pretty poor if you ask me. They're gonna leap in aggressive. They want to catch up to ZXC. Leap, not leap, but fire remnant to the high ground. Dodging the arrow at the same time. And just the towers, look at them getting healed back up ever so slowly. Oh, they will catch a hero, Nubik. Slowed down, taken out. 3k gold on Death Prophet. Can go for anything you really want. Whether it be Road of Athos, or just going for Heart of the Rest, tanking up. I'm not too sure if there's any coming back from Sqreen Squad at the moment. I mean, Ember Spirit still doesn't have his first Battle Fury. It's already 24 minutes in. Doom, yes, he has a pretty nice amount of farm, but can a Doom alone be the core? I mean, Nubik, Gyrocopter, 8k net worth, almost everybody, or almost all the cores rather, on mYinsanity are 3k ahead, or 2k, excusez-moi. And looking at the graphs again, they have updated 8k gold lead, 8k XP lead for mYinsanity, and they're gonna get Roshan number 2, 25 minutes into this game. Reaver is picked up on the Death Prophet, so he's going for the full tank, just to make sure the Mystic Flare doesn't kill him, and so far, I mean, I'm not too sure if I just haven't caught them on camera or what, but I just haven't seen too many Mystic Flares come out. I just haven't felt the full impact of a Skyrift Mage, but there is a smoke now, 4 men going through. ZXC isn't around, doesn't have really any remnants at favorable positions either. Just not going too optimally at the moment. The Wolves can't really scout out a smoke, but once the smoke breaks and Grayson shapeshift activated, they saw some, they had some vision. Fisher actually misses Celadon as well. He doesn't have the exorcism, he's going for the silence anyway. Now Setexi, he wants to come in, gets the shapeshift at the Death Prophet. Did Death Prophet overextend? Nope. Has the Scepter, and suddenly everybody else is on the run. Grayson, he has the shapeshift still activated. It's gonna wear off soon, so I'm not too sure if they want to continue on going. If they find Afterlife, who's gonna just TP out, as will everybody else. So Sqreen Squad, they used the smoke, but they got the exorcism on cooldown, so unless mYinsanity can use the exorcism to push the tier 2, Sqreen Squad, they're probably gonna be rather fine with what just expired. He's gonna reach the tier 2, but there's a backdoor protection still just healthy there. And Afterlife, he has the blink there of course, so he's being sneaky and exorcism already ends. With the Lycan, they definitely can go for more push, although Necrobook is also on cooldown. 1.7k in the bank on the Lycan on top of that. But now they're gonna go with Setexi, there the blink. Oh man, blink Echo Stomp to follow on 3 heroes. Mythic Flare, they actually get themselves up with some 4 steps. Hold down is there though, Rocket Barrage to follow up as well. Everybody's somehow still alive, Starstorm goes through. And there's the relocate, actually Grayson, he's still doomed up, but LeBron's relocate was a little bit off maybe, I'm not too sure even. But he can't get the route. Homing Missile catches Grayson. Afterlife, is he gonna blink forward? Can he actually get the kill? Nope, shapeshift from Grayson. A 2 for 1 so far it feels like. As Smudge gonna go for Nubik. And he's gonna get the kill as well. Homing Missile was used, but he's gonna kill the Homing Missile, never mind. It hits him, but so close to range, doesn't really matter. He's killing some creeps to make sure Smudge can come out of the trees. But a 4 for 1. Did they get the Aegis as well? I guess they did. Aegis also went down, but a 4 for 1 regardless. I mean, getting an Aegis 4 for 2, but even so, if you would regard it as a 4 for 2, would not be enough. Oh, the concussion shot actually lands on multiple heroes. Fisher also on 4. But the arrow, was it an arrow landing on screen? They need a little bit more. They get the kill, level def onto Smudge. Can he actually stay alive? He's still silenced up, no leap away. Going a little bit too over aggressive there, but the tower goes down. Grayson, another shapeshift activated. They still have the Necrobook level 3 as well, at least the Necro Warrior Archer as well. And that's Rax number 1 going down 27 minutes into the game. Sqreen Squad, they're in huge trouble. Man, even the Treant Protector has himself the living, not the living armor, the Blink Dagger now, on top of a 4 staff. And the 4 staff actually was just the saving grace in the last fight, to be honest, just getting them out of the cooldown range. And does Celadon? Yes, he's gonna have his Heart of the Rask finished now as well. Muchos farm on the side of mYinsanity, 24 to 16. I mean, Sqreen Squad, they started this game 5 to 1. But now the gold graph, 12,000 in mYinsanity's favor, 14,000 in XP. They are definitely in the driver's seat, and I think with the 1 Rax down, just the top lane constantly pushing in, Sqreen Squad, I just think they've fallen a little bit too far behind at the moment. I mean, it's not over yet. I mean, the Doombringer still can just lock down 1 hero, but wow, Lycan, he went for a Desolator. He's going for the Man-Mobile. We see some stuns. They will get the kill. Actually, the Mystic Flare with the cooldown. They killed 2 even. So, as I just said that, but Grayson, he got 1 counter kill anyway. Necro level 3 activated. Can he go for more? They get the Org onto 2 as well. Afterlife, he may be tanky, but is he going to be tanky enough? The stuns onto Grayson. Homing Missile to follow. Arrow actually come through. Setexi, he gets it. Grayson, he's on the run. Io comes in to help out with the heals a little bit. Smudge, he's there as well with the Mjolnir. The bounces go through. They clean up House and Nubik. Is he going to be fast enough? He activates the drums. Has the face boost as well. Smudge. Leap on cooldown. Oh, he needed 1 more right click Sky. He blinked in as well. Smudge might still go for a scouting arrow. And I guess it's wrong, unfortunately for him. But those were 2 important kills for Sqreen Squad. Just getting the Death Prophet down. If the Death Prophet had been alive in that fight, man, we will be just looking at the secondary set of racks immediately. The Fisher comes through, but Smudge can tank it up easily. Living armor. LeBron healing him up as well. Level def. Not getting the multiplier there. Mirana, I need 1 more level for that. But tier 3 goes down. Death Prophet. He's going to respawn in 12 seconds. Homing Missile connects. What's the Homing Missile level? It's level 4 actually, so not maxing out stats or anything. But melee racks? No, leap out. They don't want to overextend, just wait for Death Prophet to arrive, wait for the Necrobook to cool off, and then go in, man. They're definitely not in such a huge rush that they would have to risk diving it at the moment. Setexi trying to defend, but man, he just doesn't have the damage to clear off the creep waves. Doesn't still, 30 minutes in, have his first Battle Fury. Exorcism popped by Death Prophet. It's level 3 as well. He's level 17 himself. Change off target. They get the ult. Will there be a follow-up silence? But blinking from HeflaTV immediately stand up. Oh, he has the BKB. He will get the Doom, but the blink Echo Slam connector, 3 years, Mystic Flare to follow. They can actually get the kills. Maybe, just maybe, Christian still alive. He's gonna go for it. As the Desolator, the physical damage is so damn much as Celadon. Can he get healed back up? Actually, nope. It's LeBron. Just gonna tether Christian instead. Gonna chase down ZXC. He can maybe get the kill. No, he just goes down. And mYinsanity, they did drop low. Screenshot, they did exactly what they could. Maybe a little bit extra even. But it just wasn't enough. mYinsanity, they were too far ahead. And man, GG, 30 minutes in. mYinsanity, they take game number 1. Green squad, of course. Maybe we're thrown off a little bit by their early disconnects and whatnot, but thankfully for us, we're able to finish this game in the end. Play it properly with the last try for them. But it's a 2-game series, so Sqreen squad, they have a chance to draw it up, tie it up 1-1, but we'll see if they manage to do so. So we're heading to game number 2's lobby now. But guys, if you enjoyed, be sure to follow us on this channel as well as HeflaTV1 and HeflaMoke for the English channels, and see you guys in game number 2's lobby.